Welcome back to the Daniela Baumann Show. 1 year ago, I launched this podcast and my very first guest was Stefania Logato. Today she's back, and this time we're not holding back. We're talking about money, judgment, fate and truth, because too many people love to criticize success instead of learning from it. And everyone who comments on this podcast will have a chance to win a ticket to our next Ladies Breakfast event. Celebrate our 1 year anniversary of the Daniela Baumann Show. So stay with us, because this conversation might just challenge the way you think. Hello, my dear.
Hello, I'm so happy to be back.
How are you?
Congratulations, you had a wonderful year, incredible guests.
Wow, and you was my first guest.
Yes.
Oh,
what
my
an honor.
God.
What an honor, guys.
We celebrate
I'm
1
back
year.
after this long summer where I was abroad. So I'm very, very grateful to be here. And yes, we have a lot of things to talk about today.
Yes, of course. After this year.
I just came out from actually a TV interview where I was talking about this thing. So I'm very, very much on fire. I'm very much passionate about it right now.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of misunderstanding in the world about money.
Let's begin. I don't need my answer, my questions. Let's
First
begin.
of all, I don't know, like you were also in Europe, right?
Yeah.
During the summer. Don't you feel a huge difference between Europe and Dubai?
Yes.
Like people are offended about money. People are offended back in Europe if you have a nice lifestyle, if you have a nice car, if you dress nice and glamorous. And then you come back in Dubai, you get inspired to do more. Like, it's two different worlds.
Yes.
And what is wrong with this mindset that money is like evil? I mean,
you get judged when you become successful.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, and this was the experience, what you say, what I have also in the past. People judge you when you're building up something from zero.
Yeah, we're like, I feel like we are too loud for some people back in Europe.
Yes.
They look at me sometimes when I'm walking in the streets, like if I'm an alien or something, and I'm dressing up completely normal, but they look at you differently. And what I really feel is that it's like if our stories in other countries, like in America or even in Dubai, they inspire people. And our story to some people, obviously not everybody, back in Europe makes them feel offended. Because it's like if we are making them feel like they're not good enough, instead of being inspired, don't criticize me. Although it always look like we did some shortcuts.
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy about it, because maybe just because we don't look bad, and not that I consider myself a beauty queen, but you know, they judge you for your appearance.
Yes.
And they immediately come to you and with that maybe it's your husband who helps you to be successful and not yourself. So for me, I was on this talk show. I was attacked because I'm flying private jet. I was attacked because I spent a lot of money on my birthday party, which you missed.
Oh my God.
I know, she was talking at a huge event.
The party of the year.
Yeah, but she was talking at a huge event.
I was speaking in Kazakhstan.
You looked incredible.
Inspire 3,000 women. Yeah. Of course, I love to be on your birthday.
We need to put work first, always. No, I totally agree. That's why I was actually happy that you did what you did. But like in general, like people will judge you for your action, but they don't know the story. They don't know. They only see the glory. They only see the fruits of all the hard work, but they don't know what we went through to do that, right?
Yes.
So it's so easy just to criticize you by the appearance. It's so easy just to criticize your choices. Like, let's talk 1 second now about flying private, right? I just gave an example the other day. They said to me, why do you take private planes sometimes? Well, it's very simple. I have meetings to go to. And one example, I was in Crete. There's not a direct flight to Rimini, which is a place in Italy.
Yeah.
The flight would have taken me 11 hours because I would have to stop in Crete. I would have to stop in Athens, wait a few hours there, then go to Bologna, take another car ride until I was there. So it would have been so many hours. And next day I had an event with more than 1,000 people. By flying private from Crete directly into Rimini, it took me 2.5 hours. or 3 maybe.
Yeah, you have to.
It's a whole.
Otherwise, it's not possible. You
Because
have
next
to
day
fly
I have to
private.
yeah, but like people, they just think like, oh, you're polluting the world, when they don't understand that most of the pollution don't come from that, right? So things like that are really, really tiring me, and that's why I love to be back in Dubai, where I can feel safe. I can wear my watches, I can wear my jewelries. I don't have to look at my back. I can leave my door open at home. Like, it's a whole different vibe. But it's not only that; it's the mindset. So I love Middle East. I love Dubai. I'm so happy.
You know, but the people also criticize Dubai. I feel like they're jealous. When you are living in Dubai and you live your life, you build this life alone. There was no help from others, but people doesn't see this. What you say is so true. I remember when I was in Switzerland, come on, I built my business with minus 30,000 Swiss francs in debt. After 10 years, I built up 15 studios with 0. There was no one who helps me, no investor, no sponsor, nobody. When I see a woman out there and she do the same, I make this.
Yeah, I get inspired.
I think, oh my
God. I want to learn, how did she do
Yes.
it? How did you do it? What gave you that strength? What gave, not go out there and criticize or think that we just took shortcuts.
Yeah.
You know, and look, don't take me wrong. There are women that do that, but you cannot generalize all of that.
No.
Right? Actually, I always say, be a gold digger, not a gold digger. I try to help women. I give work to people. I inspire other women and men to make money.
Yeah.
Right?
This is beautiful.
But immediately they look at you like if you are weird or you're making this up, but it's fact. I would say people lie, numbers don't. So, you know, look at the numbers, look at what we're doing, and stop being offended by it, be inspired.
And you work so hard.
Yes.
I know, my dear.
I work
know.
very hard.
You know, the last years when I saw you work so hard, you don't spend time for yourself. You give your heart to others.
Yeah, and to be honest, right now, I could be really just lay down and do nothing with, because I have passive income coming from different income streams. But I don't just work because of the money. I work because I want to impact lives. I work because I want to make a difference. I want to feel like I have a purpose in this world. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm here now with this podcast, because I'm trying to make people understand, don't just work for money. If your goal is money, you're not going to achieve anything. But if you make it a bigger plan, a bigger meaning to it, then success will also come. But
Of
success
course.
needs to be a consequence.
Yeah.
You know, I always say, the Bible says, you know, the root of evil is not money, but is the love of money. So as long as you don't make money first, but you let your heart work and help others and empowers others, the rest will come.
Yes.
And it will come. And I believe in times like today, there are so many opportunities out there. People shouldn't just cry. Like, I see young people today that have open minds, that don't criticize other people because they got inspired on social media. They are successful. Tonight, I'm going out for dinner with 25, 24 years olds that work with me. They're all making 100K more a month. They're 24, 25 years old. Then I go back home and I have people complaining, oh, I cannot get to the end of the month. Do something about it.
Of course. And also invest in yourself.
Yes.
You have to invest. When I look back, I take a credit, 7,500 Swiss francs on top on 30,000 debts to fly to the US, to learn pole fitness, to bring it to Switzerland, to open 15 studios. Oh my God, when I look back, when I don't take this step out of my comfort zone,
I know.
Maybe I work in a shop or somewhere
and then complain,
else.
and then complain and judge the people who did it.
Oh my God.
You know, and it's
but
crazy
how we
because-
can change this? How
So
we can change the mindset of these
Number
people?
one is stop criticizing, stop being jealous, stop thinking that everybody just is lacking a shortcut, but really look at ways to really go in a practical way how you can change your life. Okay, it's all about mindset to start with. You know, because if you don't change what goes through your head, you know, again on the TV show, which was very.
Share a little bit about the TV show. Well, the day after you was telling me, it was so
practically
sad.
It's so manipulated because the way they wanted me to make me look bad because of the luxury life I live and because I show it on social media. And I said, look, number one, I work with social media. right? So I actually get customers and recruit people through my social media. So of course that's why I use it and that's why I made it. But also my followers follow me because they want to be inspired by my walk-in closet. You know, I had the German TV come over and film my walk-in closet and get inspired. Because I got inspired myself when I had nothing. I also took credit and I flew to Las Vegas and I went to an event where I saw all these women, and at that time actually they were all moms with 3 kids like me. And I was like, oh my God, it looks like all these women with 3 children made it. So let's not make my children my excuse, but let's make my children my why. Let's go back and fight, not only for me, but for them and their lifestyles. So, I go to this show. They try to make me look like I'm so bad because I spent all this money on my birthday party, which again, it's great. I was celebrating life. But do they know how many birthdays I did on trains, how many birthdays I did on airplanes by myself? I didn't even blow a candle. I didn't even tell my partners at the time that it was my birthday because I didn't even have the luxury to celebrate my birthday. So I made a promise to myself, okay, the day that you're going to be half a century, 50 years old, I'm going to celebrate with my friends. I'm going to celebrate with meaningful people. And I'm just going to not look at cost. I want it to be amazing. And it's so cool because a lot of my friends, they were for the first time smoking.
Wow.
And especially some of the guys, they bought it or they rented it just because of my birthday. Because again, I invited everybody. I didn't just invite people. I invited people that meant something to me, not just the successful and the famous, okay? And now it's so cool because I go into Instagram or into Facebook, or I don't use really Facebook, but I see it on WhatsApp as well. They all change their picture, their profile picture into them in smoking because they told me, wow, Stefania, thank you so much. Because of you, I felt James Bond. I felt like James Bond. I felt special. And it was such an amazing evening. So don't judge me for that because you don't know how much money I also give away in the same time.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, you should feed children in Africa with this money. What do you know if I do that or not?
Yes, you don't have to share it.
Yeah.
This is something we do for ourselves. We don't need to share. You know what I mean?
I have videos of 72 children in Uganda singing happy birthday to me, Mama Stefania, because we are feeding children there. But I don't need to, I don't post that.
No.
The Bible says the left hand shouldn't know what the right hand is doing. Yes. If you're somebody that just keeps on showing off all the money you give away, then you're not doing it with the right heart. You should do it anyway.
Yeah.
But the fact that, again, I was judged and attacked. And then that's not only it. Listen to how they manipulate everything. So they don't allow me to say what I want to say. They start fighting over money and all that. And that's Italy today. But then they make a post on social media. And I share it on my page. Of course, they only show the part where I'm showing off. But then thank God, because in Italy, I'm known because of my work. So many of my followers went under and defended me and said, Stefania is amazing. Stefania has helped me. Stefania here. And I'm not going to even say it because I shouldn't be repeating, but incredible. Some people even wrote like entire stories of how they met me. You know what they did? They hid all the positive.
No way.
Yes. And just left the negative.
Corrupt.
Or called the police, or she who is she, or who does she think she is?
You have to do screenshots
Yeah.
from all of them.
I actually
you
have
to
it.
send the screenshots from your friends.
Yes, my followers send it to me.
Yeah.
They sent me what they did, but I don't even know.
This is bad.
This is bad. This is the world right now. Every communication is manipulated. People somehow think that by being successful, you must have stole something. You must have done something wrong instead of being inspired. And that's exactly what stops you to be successful. So if you're listening to this podcast, we should tell them, stop criticizing, get inspired, go out there and change your life.
And be happy. Be happy when someone becomes successful.
Yeah.
Don't have this in you that you think, oh, why she becomes successful? Why not me? Don't think about this. I really believe today everything is coming back to life. Everything is coming back to you. When you also gossip, about other people, gossip.
Yes.
It comes back 1,000 times.
Words have power.
Yes.
The afterlife is in the power of your tongue.
Yeah.
So words have powers, and you need to watch out how you speak over your life and over other people's life, over your children, over your husband. Words have power. So you need to watch out how you speak and what you say. So if you speak I'm a loser, I'm never gonna make it, or you just accept your today's situation, then, but I also want to say another thing, which is also very important, which again, I wasn't allowed to say on the talk show because they didn't let me. To me, wealth doesn't only reflect how much money you have in your bank account. To be wealthy, it means prosperous, it means to have peace, joy, health. Let's be honest. How much money do you think Steve Jobs will give still today to be alive? And, he would give billions of his money to have health, right? So for me, it's having love, having a purpose, having children that are, godly, that are, grateful, for me, and having money for sure, not to worry, because I know what it means not to have money to pay your rent or your mortgage, and then the bank comes and takes your house or your cars. That's for sure, it's needed. But to me, it's not only about the money,
Yes.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, of course. But my question, when the people criticize you about your money, about your wealth, is this hurts you?
No, not anymore. I have to be honest. In the beginning, I was also younger. If I had 100 good comments and one negative one, my focus would only be on the negative one.
Same.
And I felt I wanted to go out there and protect myself and justify myself. Right now, maybe because I turned 50, and they do say that when you're 50,
the age.
It's the age.
Oh my God.
I so don't care what you think about me. Like, make yourself, an idea, just because now I'm wearing this dress with diamonds, yeah? And you have this idea of me thinking that I'm a gold digger.
You look amazing, like always.
No, but I don't care anymore what you think, because I do care that God knows who I am, my friends, my family, my husband, my children, my good friends, and the rest, they're not the one paying for my life.
This is the good thing.
Yeah.
This is the good thing. When I become 40, it becomes always better and better. And with 50, I feel like, oh my God, it's my life.
Yeah.
It's my life. No one else can judge me for my life. I doesn't care.
Exactly.
I doesn't
Actually,
care.
if there's people that spend their time talking about me,
They spend the time.
Poor them.
Oh my
Talk.
God.
Yeah. I spend time doing great things and not talking about other people's lives.
Yes.
It's
how
crazy.
you can do it. It's waste of time. It's waste of time.
Yeah. I actually refuse myself to go out with some girls for lunch. And if I start to see that they're starting talking bad about other women or men or other situations, I'm like, guys, I'm not here for that. You know what? These people are not even to say their side of the story. I really don't want to hear it. Like, if I talk about myself, and I listen to the person or the people that come to me, and we can solve problems and work on their feelings, work on their mindset. Lately, I've been helping a lot of people with their marriage, and there is no perfect marriage, by the way. Mine is not perfect either, and I hate these people that pretend everything is perfect. But like, I talk directly to the person. I don't go around and say what this person came and spoke to me. Right?
Yes.
So that's, again, it's all about mindset.
It's all about mindset. And I think this is so important, that you never lose yourself. You have to be, there will always people who criticize you, always people. But what I learned in the past, it's not about me. It's about them.
Yeah.
They are not happy in life.
Yeah.
And this was an opener for myself.
100%.
When I be true, when I can share it now, I waste so many time in my life, and this is really bad, to think about what other people say about me. It hurts me. As a young child, when I remember people are judging me, the kids are judging me, why I look different, and I don't understand why. When I become a teenager, they again judge me only for being myself, and I don't understand why. And I ask myself, why this person react like this to me?
Yeah.
I'm friendly to her. Yeah. And later on, when I get older in Switzerland, I feel like, oh my God, people are speaking behind my back, and my best friends are coming to me and say, Daniela, other people speaking about so bad. And I was telling them, you don't know Daniela. When you know her, you will never speak about her this bad. But this hurts me so much. I don't understand
I think
why.
When we're younger, we are so insecure. We want to be liked by everybody. When you get older, you understand that that's not the power.
I understand it. It's not about me. The problem was they don't can handle my energy,
Your
my light.
Look, I always say, you know, the light that a person carries, you know, can either inspire and, you know, be something that people can inspire to follow, but it can also hurt your eyes, right? Light, it can be annoying to some people, and for some people is wow. And, you know, you can never hide light. If I now take a dark room and I turn on even the smallest matches, it's gonna shine in the dark room, right? So some people are just upset by your light, by your energy, and there is nothing you can do. That's why you should learn not to be liked by everybody. I don't care.
Yes, you're so right.
I want to be myself. I want to be real, authentic. My husband on my birthday, he said a speech and he said, you know, Stefania, what you see is what you get. Either you love me or you hate me. I don't care. But one thing is for sure, I'm not going to apologize for my success. I'm not going to apologize for who I am, because I know that everything I did, I built it on my own with God's help and with incredible people around me. I made incredible teams all over the world that really helped me, but I'm not going to apologize for it. And if today I want to live the fruits of my hard work, I'm allowed to do that.
Yes.
And also, you know, of course, always impact and help others. I'm blessed to be a blessing. That's my motto, you know.
And you don't have to please anyone.
No.
No? For what?
No.
No. You're not interesting when you please anyone.
No.
You know, when you make everyone happy or you think everyone have to like you, you're not authentic.
No.
You know what I mean? You have a mask.
I'm not afraid to be myself, and that's the most important thing. I think people.
And my question to you to talk about as a successful woman, have you ever been judged unfairly? Yes, of course. Called things like gold digger just because you live well?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I know it's quite an old video now, but it's still going viral. It's crazy. I still get tagged once in a while. Remember that video where my husband gives me the Ferrari with the balloons? Oh
yeah, I love it.
So you don't see me from the front. So you only see me from the back, and obviously I could look like a 22-year-old girl. And because my husband asked me in the summer if I wanted that car, and I said, no, it's $100,000 more expensive than in Italy. It's not worth it. Let's not get a Ferrari in Dubai. I cannot even drive convertible really in Dubai because of the weather. And then he's like, okay. And then because he really wanted it, he gave it to me for my birthday.
Wow.
I love the way he gave it to me with the balloons, the sunset, the children next to me, the flowers. It was really a surprise, right? I was wearing a red dress because my assistant told me to wear a red dress. It was not prepared. But anyway, people will always assume that. But assume that. But under the video, the amount of comments that just judge this blonde girl. I say this blonde girl because it could be anyone. You don't see me. Okay, just because she got a Ferrari, just because I wasn't like, oh my God, thank you so much. What do they know? I paid for the car as well, half of it. And, you know, because it wasn't fake, I didn't go like, oh my God, baby. I looked at him like, I can't believe it. You know, you just gave me this. Of course, I was happy at the end and the way he did it. But like, people just judge you, oh, gold digger, ungrateful. I wonder what she's doing. She's going to cheat in the car with somebody else.
No way.
Yes. And then on top of it, because of the balloons, which were picked up after 3 minutes, 3 minutes they were picked up by all the people that worked there because the golf courts were next door. Everybody wrote, oh, poor turtle, poor birds, they're all gonna die. Oh, you're so bad, so mean. I'm like, you don't even know. They didn't even fly away those balloons. And you now all of a sudden care about the fish. So that shows you how quick people are to judge, how quick people are upset. Instead of saying, wow, what a nice surprise. Wow. You know, obviously some people said that,
They're
right?
jealous. They're jealous. That's why.
Envy.
That's why they don't write something beautiful or they don't be happy when they see this. Oh my God, when I see this, I wish I have the same. That my husband buys me a Ferrari. I never think about to judge this person.
Me too.
Never ever.
And again, it's not only about the material things. Yesterday, I saw another video. This woman, she must have had a stressful day. You can see it's the camera from the kitchen, so it's not prepared. She's cooking something, but then it burned. So she's like, oh my God, baby, I burned it. And she's very upset. And then the guy, the husband, comes and just hugs her. And then because he had a song on the phone, just takes her and makes her dance. And then the son comes in the kitchen and sees them hugging and kissing. This is not material things. The people, they don't look broke, but they could even be broke. But the love that I saw in that video made me cry. It's a beautiful thing. I don't get jealous for that woman. I think about, wow, what an inspiring couple.
Yeah.
Like, I want this more in my couple. I want my husband to take me and dance. My husband doesn't dance. But like, you know, like, I don't get jealous for her. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's about everything. It's not only about people that have material things. It's about people that are more blessed. Look, I'm super short, okay? I always wanted to be taller in my life. Now I accepted my height at 50. But I always wanted to be taller. They call me top model, which is kind of a compliment in a bad, in a bad way. But I never was jealous of people that were taller. I was like, okay, I wish I was taller, but you look stunning. I have beautiful girlfriends. You inspire me, Daniela.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Really?
You do. You don't say your age, but you're a little bit older than me. I want to look like you.
Wow.
When I'm your age.
Yeah.
And
thank you so much.
And really I love what you do and how you always empower other women. But I don't judge other people.
Same. I can't. When I see a woman also, when she looks beautiful, younger, that's also something. I never have problems with my age.
No.
Some women, I remember when I say, I'm really open. When someone asks me, I say my age, and some women say, how you can say your age? I say my age while I can inspire other women. And a lot of women are coming to me and say, oh my God, Daniela, one day when I have your age, I love to look like you. Of course, you have to work on this. You know what I mean? It doesn't come like this.
Exactly.
You have to work on yourself. You have to do fitness. You have to believe in yourself. Most important, that you are happy in your life. When I look back and I had relationships, I was unhappy. You can't believe it. I look 10, 15 years older at this time.
I think gratitude is one of the longevity keys of your life. Because if you are grateful, if you are happy, if you're at peace, if you have faith, if you're just a happy person, you sleep better, you don't stress out, you just are not angry. Anger, stress, lack of sleep will age you.
Yes.
Will age you. And it's not true, money make you younger. Of course, money can help, but it's not only that. Because to tell you the truth, I started to work out only around 18 months ago, okay? And there is no money that can buy that. It's sacrifice, waking up, doing something that I don't feel like doing, either going to the gym, work out at home. I don't care. You don't need money for that. All you need to do is to buy some weights and some elastic and you can work out. But you need to do it. You can't buy that body. Otherwise, you would have all the millionaires and billionaires having a six-pack, which we know it's not the case.
Yes. The only thing what you can do is your face. Of course, there is also something, but it's not nice. I think.
Let's be honest. I tried those machines. They help. But if you eat unhealthy and so discipline, and if you don't work out, there is no, you can do a liposuction, but then you put the weight back all again. So let's be honest, you cannot buy a body. You need to work it out. You need to pay a price, which you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I have also an advice to all the women out there. I know sometimes in your life when you go through social media, Instagram, and then you see someone where you think she is very happy, very successful. A lot of times their women are not real happy.
No.
Sometimes also it's not their money. They are married maybe with someone who provide them. And 2 weeks ago, women are coming to me and say, Daniela, I have everything. I have a husband, I have a villa, I live on the Palm. I have everything in life, but I'm not happy.
I have an answer for
what
that.
advice you can give me?
Well, I know it's a topic that, not everybody agrees with, but for me, that hole that people have in their heart is the lack of faith. We are made of spirit, souls, and body. And the spirit needs to be fed, and the spirit needs, there is a place for God in your life. And for me, when I gave my life to the Lord, I'm a Christian. So when I gave my life to Jesus when I was 23 years old back in the States, God just gave me this divine gift of forgiving, of peace, of happiness, of joy. It's like a joy I cannot explain. Mm-hmm. And I feel that there is people that have it all, but then they commit suicide. They have success. Look at those actors, success, money. They're loved by everybody. They even have a spouse that loves them for real, right? Mm-hmm. And then they commit suicide. It's that lack of that place that God can take in your heart. Yes. And has really helped me to be completely happy is when and even when things don't go the way I want it to go, then I trust in something higher. I trust in someone that I know that truly loves me and knows what's best for me.
Yes.
So also when we go through trials and God allows those trials to happen in your life, is to mold you and make you a better person.
Yeah.
So I think those girls just need to learn to pray and worship, and they will feel the joy of the Lord.
Or they can start also with meditation. You know, I think when I wake up in the morning, every morning now, I wake up, I go to the beach, I hear affirmations. You can be grateful.
Yes.
I be grateful. I be thankful. And when I come back after 30 minutes walk, I feel so fulfilled. I feel so much love in myself. And this is something I can recommend this to everyone, or pray,
don't touch your phone
believe in something, or believe in the universe, believe in God, believe in yourself. Be grateful for your body. Be grateful for the little things in life.
Because every day we wake up actually is a gift from God.
Yes.
Just the other day, a friend of mine, she lost her boyfriend. They were not married, but, in a car accident. And, when they say goodbye in the morning, like she was sleeping, she didn't even look at him. And so you never know what can happen tomorrow. But that's why for me, reading, like in my case, I wake up in the morning, I pray, I read the word of God, and immediately it comes alive. My whole day is set. And what I also do, I command every thought in my mind to be captive. Like I want my thoughts to be captive to, in my case, like I said, because I'm a Christian, to the obedience of Jesus Christ. For me, it's very important that my mind is not attacked in any way from outside, because every day the enemy will come and whisper words in your head, and you need to take authority over that. We have a choice every moment in our life to be grateful or to complain. I can complain about things, there is no perfect life, but you have to choose. And I choose every day to be grateful, and faith has helped me to win all these battles.
And also something, what I feel, coming back to social media, when you see someone and she's successful, she built something up by herself, and you feel something, maybe also bad energy or the devil who try you to give you a bad feeling, comment and tell her how beautiful she is, and that you be proud about her. And this change, start to comment of something, it triggers you maybe in life.
I teach that in my trainings, when I give trainings to women especially. I said, always try to look at qualities in people's lives that you meet. Let's say you meet somebody that is very introvert and very quiet, and maybe she doesn't smile, and immediately you judge her for what she is. But maybe she has a lot of credibility. Maybe she has a great heart. Maybe she's just shy. Like, give a chance to these people, get to know them, break their ice, and you will see how many qualities people have. They just hide it behind a mask. They're just upset. You don't know. Like sometimes also, maybe you are driving in the car and the person in front of you is sleeping, and you want to immediately, clacks the car, go ahead, move. And you're unpolite. You don't know, maybe that person just has a child at home that is sick. Maybe that person, their husband, she just got a message that cheated on her. Like, you don't know what that person is going through. Why do you need to judge her? Maybe she's crying and didn't see the red light or the green light, right? So we need to be more loving, more understanding, and understand that people have all different moments in life, and don't judge them for that.
And I don't like negative people.
They take away your energy.
The most important thing, stay away of negative people, of people who judge other people, of people who complain about the weather, about the government. Stay away. But this can be also family members. Stay away.
They are people that have like a demon of criticizing all day long, other people, other things, always focusing on the negative. Like when you put a rotten apple in a basket, and then all the other apples become also rotten. It's the same way. Stay away from these people, because they will make you rotten. Or have a goal and tell this person, I'm going to meet you, but I'm not going to meet you to hear all these bad things in your life. We're going to talk about what we can do better for you. Right?
Did you remember also these people, when I look back, they always speak about themselves and always negative, about the family, about everyone around.
And they don't care about anybody else, just themselves.
After lunch or after meeting, it was in the past, it was in my 30s, I feel so empty, and I didn't know why. I feel after, oh my God, something is wrong. Something is wrong with me. Today I realize it was the people around me that take my energy.
Yeah.
There was the vampires of energy.
They suck your energy away, suck your positivity away. And this is why, again, when I was back in Europe, even though I love Europe and the air is amazing, there are so many great things, history. It's a beautiful place, but the mindset of the people is so criticizing, complaining, and like they are afraid of success and they're afraid of money that I'm just so happy because I just arrived now finally in Dubai. I'm just so happy to be back.
It's always like when we arrive in Dubai, oh my God, we're back in a paradise.
Yeah.
It's sure, it's safe, it's clean, nobody complain, always happy people. When I go somewhere, I feel like only,
by success.
Inspired, you like to grow. When I was in Miami in the summertime.
Yes, I remember.
I love Miami. It was really beautiful, but I feel like it's lazy. It's nice in the summertime that you can fly away from Dubai, of course, about the temperature. It was too hot. But then I was thinking, it was always my dream to live in Miami, but I was thinking, I become too lazy. I don't feel the motivation. There is only like this party life, this enjoying more life, no growing. And that's why I love Dubai. Dubai, you have everything.
Everything is so clean here and everything is open. The services are great. I mean, you can ask for medicine at 2 a.m. and they bring it at your house. Any moment you can get your shoe clean, your laundry clean. Like, it's so incredible. Back in Italy, they take a break every time at lunchtime. I think it took me literally 1 month to get my dresses from the dry clean because every time I went was other clothes, was a holiday. They shut down in August. And then, I'm also traveling. So whenever I was there or whenever I happened to pass in front of the store, I could never pick it up. Thank God I have enough dresses. But I was so upset. I was like, I can't believe it. I want to take to Ibiza that dress, which by the way, we were in Ibiza together.
Yes.
But,
the most beautiful time in our life.
We had such a good time. Yes.
Really
but again, my friends, the first day they got there, they stole our bag. And the last day they took the Patek Philippe from her husband.
Oh no.
Yeah, this couple was really like crazy. So yeah.
This is also, you have to be careful. In Dubai, you put your computer, your iPhone everywhere. You go to the restroom, you come back, and everything is still here. Yeah. This is what I really love. Yeah. I think there is not another country in this world where you can leave all your stuff and where you have really like positive people around you. I feel like the people who are living in Dubai, they like to change the world for a little bit. You know what I mean? They really like to do something for others. And this is what impressed me also with you. When I saw you, your beautiful soul, you have everything in life, but you don't sit down and enjoy life. You work so hard to help other women. And this is the key in life. This is the key.
I love it. I love it. And sometimes people ask me, why do you still work so much? It keeps me young. It keeps me focused. It keeps me going. It gives me a purpose. It's a wonderful feeling. I wouldn't exchange it. At least for now. I don't know what's going to be in 5 years, in 10 years. But right now, I'm loving it.
So I really, really, you are such an amazing soul.
No,
my
you
dear.
They are. That's why we're friends.
You talk openly about God.
Yes.
Some people don't like hearing faith and money in the same sentence.
True.
What would you say to them?
Well, that they never read the Bible. Obviously, I'm a Christian, because if you read the Bible, the second most spoken subject, and you can ask ChatGPT if you don't believe me, but the second most spoken, it's actually money. Because money shows your heart. Yeah. Money amplify who you really are. So that's why there are also parables. There is the parables of that Jesus says to the guy, sell everything you have and follow me. But in that case, it was because that guy, money was holding him. Money was his God, right? And so they don't understand that actually there are many mighty men of God all over the Bible. David, Solomon, they were super rich. And when you're blessed, you can be a blessing. So if you have money, you can give to the poor, to the widow, to the children, just like the Bible says. So there is nothing wrong. Like for me, in my Instagram, my biography, I write, it's not luck, it's God's favor. I know that by seeding in God's kingdom, which is I give money, and I gave money also when I was making very little. Okay, it's a very how do you call it? Oh my God, sorry. It's a principle. It's a principle. It's a godly principle that even people that don't read the Bible use that if you sow, if you give, it will come back.
Yes.
In much more, right? And actually, I do have a story which is crazy. So I give again. I'm only using this as an example. I don't want to say those things to look like I'm giving money, but I gave to someone that had his mom that was dying at $25,000, and this person never asked me for money, and I knew there was no way to pay for her, but I gave him $25,000 out of, on top of what I normally give, because I have so many charities, which it's like a responsibility now. Like I need to make this money because these charities goes on if I'm there, right? So for me, it was a lot of money on top of what I normally give this $25,000. And I just gave it to help this person. This person got operated. She's still alive. And actually, I'm going to meet her next month. I'm super happy. And you will not believe it. Out of the blue, crazy person comes and rents two of my properties, with 2 villas next to each other, for more than $1 million. And he pays me all up front, $1.1 million all up front in my bank account, because in Dubai, it's one check sometimes. So I asked him for one check. And then his girlfriend comes and says, oh, I don't like it here. It's too many families and dogs and young kids. I want to go somewhere else. And then he said to me, okay, I'm sorry, but I don't want those houses anymore. But I know that I made you take them off the market for 2 months. I still didn't move out from the house. And he just left $250,000 on my bank account. This is a true story. For me doing nothing, out of the blue. God just gave me, because I gave 25. It was, and the number is crazy. $25,000, $250,000.
Yes.
It was just to prove me, I gave you 10 times more. And then, I ended up renting those homes anyway to somebody else. That was really like a gift from heaven. It was crazy. And sometimes it's very, very obvious, like this case. Other times it's not. I remember that when I was broke and I didn't have money at the end of the month, but I still gave to charity because it's part of the principles. Things didn't happen right away, but I kept on doing it. I keep on sowing. I kept on sowing, and then God opened incredible doors in my life. And I know that part of my success is because of him.
Wow, so beautiful. Being an entrepreneur isn't just about making money.
Yeah.
It's about creating opportunities. How do you see your role as a woman who empowers others through business?
So I think it's about inspiration, like we spoke before. That's why I share my stories so much, and I go and speak on stages everywhere. But it's also, in my case, I also give ways in a practical way. I have, more than 500 employees that work for me, which I pay very well, because I believe in paying well people so they remain loyal, they are grateful, and they will work those extra hours. Because with my type of businesses and companies, I don't stop on Saturday and Sunday. And I understand that they need to have a holiday and a break. But if I need you to send that email, if I need you to answer the phone call on a Sunday, maybe you're out for lunch with your kids, you're going to answer because I pay you better than everybody else. So I believe in blessing to be a blessing. And then, as you know, I also have a company that allows people to make money, obviously, if they sell and if they promote courses and products. And so I give opportunity for a lot of people. It's more than 1.3 million people in the world to make money.
This is incredible.
I know. They should all follow me on Instagram, but not every country has Instagram.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
I mean, they don't use it. They use Facebook, they use Snapchat.
Wow, you can be so proud, about yourself. You do so many good things for others, and you inspire them to take their own life in their own hand. And I think in Dubai, there are also a lot of women, they're looking for a rich man. For what?
Oh, my God.
Make your own money. What advice you have to these women?
To be honest, and I know it's not going to be very liked, but I really feel sorry for them. I don't know how they can really be happy to spend time with someone they really don't care about.
Yeah.
Like if you love them, I don't care if they're, one of my closest friends, she's the rich one and her husband is 20 years older than her, but she really loves him. On top of it, from outside, people look at them and think, oh, he is rich, but she is the rich one.
Wow.
He's not poor, but she comes from a very wealthy family and she has a lot of money, but they really fell in love. So I don't want to judge that every woman, we both married somebody younger. But for me, like sometimes I was at the Maldives with my husband. And I'm telling you, those girls, 23, 24 years old, with those grandfathers, they're not happy. And in the moment the grandfather went to sleep, they were flirting with the tennis coach.
Yeah.
They were flirting with the people at the bar because, of course, they want to hang out around people their age.
Of
and
course.
also, guys, what are you going to say to a 23-year-old after a while? It's really pure the appearance, just to have a toy next to you that is. So I don't know. I was always, I had 2 men and I married them both. So in that case, I am very strict and I don't want to be judgmental. I just feel sorry.
Yes.
Simple.
What I can say to these women, maybe some of them are happy.
Yeah.
But
if
a lot
happy,
of them, they're not. If they're happy,
it's
okay.
Good for you.
Yes,
good for you.
But one
Enjoy
day,
life.
maybe he choose another one. And then what you're doing, there is a lot of experience or a lot of things going on in Switzerland. For women, this is another situation. Of course, she stay home with her kids. Mm-hmm. And then after they was married 20 years or 30 years, he left her for another younger woman.
Mm-hmm. That happens all the time.
This happens so many times in Switzerland.
It happened to me. I was together 23 years. I never worked. I was just a mom, gave him 3 kids, and he cheated with girls that were very, very young. Some were beautiful, but some were not even beautiful. And I broke up, but today he's not dating somebody much younger, thank God. But how can we compete as a woman with these young girls? I feel like I'm worth so much more because of who I am today, because of the knowledge, but if a man is attracted by a child, by a young girl, just because of her butt and skin, then go. But I feel sorry for you. Like,
I hear someone, I was asking him, I met someone 1 year ago, and he is 45 and he had a woman with 19. And I was asking him, what you are talking about with her? What is what you are talking about in the evening when you come home after your work? You know what he say? You can't believe it.
No.
She have to be quiet.
Yeah,
I
toy.
don't need to talk with her. She have to be quiet. Yeah. And I was so shocked.
It's more like a sex toy and something to show off to your friends, but there is no love. And we know that she doesn't love him. Except some situation, if they're both happy. It's the same way when I say about also the money, for me, riches is through happiness. One example is my brother. He has a good job, but he's not rich. His wife also she's an employee. But I'm telling you, I leave them. They are my brother and sister-in-law. They have 3 wonderful kids. They love each other. They're super happy. So then, you don't have to aim for more.
Of course.
If that is happening. The same thing is, if you are in a relationship, even though he's older or she's younger, but you guys are happy, I'm happy for you. But come on, we see that a lot in Dubai. We see that a lot.
Yes.
And for all these men that exchange a wife that was there for you when you had nothing, when you were broke, that loved you for who you are, gave you 3 amazing kids, which of course also changed their body. Yeah. And then you exchange it for a young one. Shame on you.
Yes, you
Shame
are so right.
on you.
And to all these women out there, when you feel like this is something now who awakes something in your life, it's never too late to step out and make your own goals fulfilled. But you started 40.
Yeah, be successful at
35 or 39.
I started at 36, but to start to have results.
With your own business.
Yeah, 39.
I start with 40. It's never too late. You can start with 50, but don't sell your soul.
Yeah.
It never will makes you happy in life. And we want that every woman be happy and fulfilled.
And know that it's never too late.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Because I remember people told me, who's going to ever want you with 3 small kids, broke, you never worked a day of your life, you know, you're not going to achieve anything in life, you look like a Barbie, and all this, you know, you were just a spoiled brat from your dad, and then my ex-husband obviously, you know, didn't make me work. And they all had these ideas that I just couldn't succeed. And I proved them wrong. Because it's never too late. And you don't know what talents you have hidden in you until you don't go out there and prove yourself.
We will find out. We have our Women Leaders Club, and maybe this is something for you. Or maybe Stefania have these amazing opportunities. You know, it's never too late, but you have to step up. You have to come out from your comfort zone.
Yes.
And have to say, yes, I will.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I
can't believe it. We have to make another podcast. We were thinking about we make a podcast about our relationships next time.
The ups and downs.
Of course, when you like this topic and you like to hear more about our relationships, comment relationships under the video. And of course, we have the next session together.
Yes. How to get a younger husband. I'm joking. It's a coincidence. I didn't even want one that was younger.
Of course. Thank you so much, my love.
Love you.
This conversation is a reminder that success isn't a crime. It's a choice built on discipline, faith, and hard work. If you loved this episode, drop a comment below, because 3 lucky listeners will win a ticket to our next Ladies Breakfast event in Dubai with Stefania and myself. For anyone looking for the right community here in Dubai or considering moving to Dubai, I highly recommend checking out our Women Leaders Club, a space to connect, grow, and empower each other. Until next time, stay bold, stay real, and remember, people don't hate your success. They hate seeing in you what they gave up